Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, Pop Retro. Pop Retro 1 on Twitter and Instagram, facebook.com/popretro, and patreon.com/popretro. Thanks for watching this video. I'd like to share with you a couple of arrivals, Blu-rays that I've picked up from a couple different companies that are easy to put together. And those would be Code Red DVD, although I am buying Blu-rays from Code Red DVD. I'll just call them Code Red for the rest of this video. And Dark Force Entertainment, which is a company, a small boutique company. Well, both of them are small boutique companies, but they've sort of joined forces over the past couple years. And the people that run these companies are well, they're very entertaining. If you are into boutique Blu-ray and DVD labels, and you watch some of the promos that these companies put out to promote what they're selling, or read some of their stuff, you'll find that these two are some of the most entertaining in the business. The Banana Man with Code Red, and the Demon with Dark Force. And so you can find them on social media and on the web if you ever want to check that out. But anyhow, I have 4 Blu-ray discs, 2 from Code Red and 2 from Dark Force. And the first one is Guyana, Cult of the Damned. Now this one is a re-release. Code Red released this a couple years back. I don't know how many years back they originally released this, but this is a re-release, a repressing, now distributed through Kino Lorber. So Code Red now, along with Scorpion, who's also kind of in the same orbit as Code Red and Dark Force, have been re-releasing a lot of their old out-of-print releases through Kino Lorber, which is great because some of these a lot of people missed, and myself included, and this is one of the ones that I missed. Now, Guyana, this is directed by Rene Cardona Jr., Mexican film. Let's see here. The infamous 1970 Mexican-American exploitation drama, written and directed by Cardona Jr., this trashy film was based on the Jonestown Massacre, one of the grisliest true story incidents of the 20th century. Some of the names have been slightly changed, and even the town name is slightly different. But this is the Jim Jones cult massacre story in all its Kool-Aid glory, starring Stuart Whitman. And so, I mean, I wasn't around. I don't remember what year the Jonestown. Yeah. So, I mean, this happened in what, the 60s? So I wasn't born until the 70s. So I wasn't around when that happened, but I've read about it. I've heard about it. And so this movie will be a nice way to sort of see a fictionalized account that was heavily inspired by that whole cult and the the way that it ended up, which was not good, obviously, from what you see on here. So let's see, special features, isolated score and effects, a theatrical trailer, brand new 2K master on the special features. So take a quick look. There's the disc. And there is some reversible art, so I'll show you that real quick. And there you go. Looks like the same art that's on the face of the Blu-ray disc. Okay. Also, I've read that there may be a longer version of this film out there that hasn't seen released, or at least wasn't released via the Code Red Blu-ray. So this may be a shorter release. It says 90 minutes. This was released in 1979. So I don't know for certain. Somebody out there, if you want to put in the comments if there is a longer version, maybe someday we'll see release of that. But until then, this will do. All right. Up next, Code Red number 175, an older Code Red release. This is called Steel Arena. Steel Arena from, what year was Steel Arena? Let's see, 1973. And what's cool about this is one of the earliest movies. I think it may have been the first complete, full professional motion picture directed by Mark L. Lester. He's the guy who directed Class of 1984, Class of 1999, and Commando, Firestarter, and a cheesy movie in the 90s called Double Take. And I only know this because I actually wrote a review about the movie Double Take at the website moviesanddrinks.com. So if you ever want to check out that, to give it a read, you can check out my Double Take review. But for Steel Arena from Code Red, an interesting look at small America where people risk their lives for entertainment. Featuring some spectacular car stunts and crashes, the film chronicles Dusty's attempts at devising the ultimate stunt so that he can qualify to participate in a lucrative stunt show. Sounds very 1973. So there's a look at the back. And this older Code Red, I think it's an older Code Red release. And I don't see a copyright for when it was released. But nonetheless, there's no reversible art. There's the disc and the disc art, which is different from the insert art, as you can see. So there you go. That's Steel Arena. Now for Dark Force. These, I believe, are new releases. These just came out within the last month or two, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think these are really new releases from Dark Force. So from 1990, we have The Big Sweat, starring Robert Zadar, and written and directed by the late great Uli Lommel. Is this 1991 actioneer? I just said 90. It's actually 91. With Zadar, who is, of course, we know him from Maniac Cop. He plays a tenacious FBI agent tracking an ex-con just released from jail and already embroiled in a robbery. And most noteworthy about The Big Sweat is the extended, ridiculously long 45-minute car chase. So if you like car chases, well, there's a 45-minute one in this movie. So The Big Sweat, I'm looking forward to popping this one in and giving it a watch. Let's see the special features. Color correction. On-camera 2021 interview with production manager Jeff McKay. So there you go. Got an interview with somebody who was actually there as it happened. Okay. And there's the disc art, which is essentially the same, a little different, just a different take on the cover art. So there's that. There's a look at the back. See Zadar and that big wide chin up there. Okay. All right. And finally, we have another Uli Lommel film. I actually don't know how to say his name. That's how I've always said it. But Uli Lommel, Ullilmmel. So this one from, what year did this come out? I believe early 80s, but it doesn't, wait, okay, so 1979, so I was close. And this is, no, it says it is 1980. Shot in 79, 1980. It is Blank Generation. Nada, a beautiful French journalist on assignment in New York, records the life and work of an up-and-coming rock star named Billy, played by Richard Hell. Soon she enters into a volatile relationship with him and must decide whether to continue with it or return to her lover, a fellow journalist, trying to track down the elusive Andy Warhol, who I believe is actually in this. Yeah, Warhol and Susanna Love. Dark Force Entertainment is proud to present this long-lost cult gem from 1980. Brand new 2K scan from the only surviving 35mm film Element. So Lommel also stars in the movie, features music from Richard Hell and the Voidoids playing live at the iconic CBGB Club in New York. Top it all off with a brief but memorable appearance by Warhol, making this one a cult masterpiece. I've never seen Blank Generation, but I really love that era of music, late 70s and early 80s. I'm a big fan of new wave music and the new romantic scene, which of course came out of the punk scene. And so this looks like it's going to perhaps straddle those worlds a little bit. So there's a look at the back. A couple of the images, you see them in there. Let's see, no reversible art, and the Blank Generation disc art is very blank. It is just text on the black background. So there you go, 2 Dark Force Entertainment releases. And 2 Code Red DVD releases that are actually Blu-rays and not DVDs. So I look forward to giving these a watch, and I'm glad to add a few more from those companies into my collection. So I'm starting to fill in some gaps. Every once in a while, you know, the sales hit around this time of year with the Black Friday sales and the holiday sales and the Halloween sales and all kinds of stuff that always happens, it seems, around this time of year. Of course, it's also a good time of year to run out of money when you're trying to keep up with collecting. So anyhow, thanks for watching this video. I will be back tomorrow with another video, and I will see you then.